Enough of a wait for the delay. I'm Eric Allen. I got my friends Mike Ailes
I'm here.
and Morbid Coffee are hanging out with me as we
I
play a super scary game called Touch the Dead for the Nintendo DS.
I'm so scared.
You should be, because
I
there's
don't want to touch
dead
the dead.
and there's touching, and
I'm afraid of touching.
Do not touch them.
we're gonna do that. So I don't know anything about this game. I just typed horror games Nintendo DS into Google and then picked one that had a name that I liked. And
I mean,
this
that
was one of the
tracks as
first
far
things
as-
that popped up. But there's like a bunch of, I know that there's like Dementium the Ward and some other
There's a
stuff.
version of Resident Evil 1, I believe, right?
Probably, yeah. On the DS, yes, there is. I think that's supposed to be pretty good too, actually.
Yeah, I feel like the original version of Resident Evil 1, I think so.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, I don't know much about this game. What little I have gathered is that it is a House of the Dead style shooter where you just poke dead with your stylus to kill them. I don't think there's a whole hell of a lot else going on. It was developed by a company called Dream On Studio, which means that they were either huge fans of early 90s HBO sitcoms or Aerosmith songs.
It has to be the latter, right?
Probably. It seems like that's much more famous. The only reason I remember Dream On is because it was also on Comedy Central right around the time we got cable, and it had some like risque stuff, or at least what seemed risque to me, because
In terms of humor or in
I'd
terms of,
only
like,
had
nudity?
no, like there was like boobs and stuff on there, which seemed like a big deal to me because I was like 14 and had only had network TV up until that point. So anyway, let's check out some Touch the Dead. Also, I've never streamed a Nintendo DS game before, so I wanted to see how this worked out. I really haven't done much Nintendo DS emulation in general, so... Oh,
Yeah, I'm
man.
not super familiar with what the situation on that is right now.
As far as I can tell, it's pretty good. The little I played a little bit of Super Mario DS.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know, you can play as Wario in that game.
Yeah, I mean, can you emulate it as having a good controller?
Actually, you can. You can.
There's a
You can
There is
use
go ahead.
you can map it to a thumbstick and make it play
that's
reasonably
the problem
well.
with that is you even if you map the movement to the thumbstick, it's still only 16 directions
right.
because it's still digital movement.
Mhm.
You can't map
It's
the
fine.
Yeah.
you can't move it to the was it like the touch screen was the analog in that game,
Right.
and there is a mod like
When I played it,
user created-
I thought it felt totally reasonable. It wasn't
Mm.
amazing, but
yeah
I'm going
it's-
to Ashdown Hole State Penitentiary.
There is a mod out there that makes it feel more like the Mario
Yeah.
64, like the original one, analog control.
I don't know. I didn't play a ton of it, but okay, I'm in prison.
That's bad. Creepy
bad.
things happen in prisons.
Well, apparently there's a whole bunch of undead that are going to show up pretty soon.
I'm scared.
Somebody unlocked my cell. I'm an angry guy. I also turned on a little bit of a filter. I don't really know. I've not played around much with Nintendo DS emulation settings, so I don't know how to make it look good necessarily. But we'll see. Okay.
Are the screens just side by side, or are we only seeing?
I put them side by side
Okay.
because it fills up more of the screen that way.
I did not notice Dead and Furious.
Yeah, Dead and Furious is the name of the game in Europe. I like that box
That's a
art
good
better
name.
than the. Yeah, it is a better name, and it's also better box art.
It's the one where the Rock joins in Part 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the Halloween themed Fast and Furious movie. Apparently, that wasn't the right way to pick. There's nothing in here. There's a fire extinguisher. Oh, I found a gun. All right, here we go. Should I leave the mouse cursor on for this? That might be the thing to do, yeah? Make
Ah.
this. So that way you can actually see what I'm doing.
You touch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn the... Okay, there we go.
Touching you.
I'll turn the mouse cursor on for this. Alright, let's go. Oh, I have to shoot this. Okay, I shot the lock out of the door. Or I shot the control pad and the door opened. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's these shadowy figures? It's some zombies.
No.
Are they dead?
I mean, not anymore, apparently.
Are you touching them?
I'm clicking on them. And then I turn around, there's some more zombies.
So it's a rail shooter, basically?
Yeah, as far as I can tell.
Tap the screen?
Yeah, from looking at the controls, that's pretty much all there is. You just click on things until they die, or touch them with your stylus, and then you drag bullets into your gun.
Much easier with the mouse because you're not obscuring the screen with your finger.
Yeah. I actually wonder, now that you said that, I wonder if it would make more sense to, if this game had been, like, you put the gameplay on the top screen and then have you poke at the bottom screen. So you can
Hard to know, because how are you going to know where to aim? You can, like, drag the stylus around and...
I don't know, I mean, I don't have to look at a mouse to know where I'm aiming when I'm playing a first-person shooter.
You know, you're not used to doing that with a stylus. I don't know.
I think I don't know. But like you said, the idea of covering the screen with your hand seems like not maybe the greatest idea.
Didn't the Metroid game do that?
I don't know. I don't think I ever played that.
Might have.
The bottom screen was for aiming, and the top screen was the actual game, if I remember right.
I don't think I ever played that one. Oh no! Also, there's no music. It's just like somebody bought one of those $2 spooky sound effects tapes and then encoded it to a low bitrate MP3.
So when do you get to the level with Monster Mash?
I mean, I could play Monster Mash. It would definitely improve this game to a
It's a
certain
MIDI version of Monster Mash.
man. You know, I can get down on some on-rails shooters. House of the Dead is a fine game. Time Crisis is a fine game. I don't even mind playing those games with a controller necessarily. I mean, obviously, like guns the right way to go, but this does not seem to be a particularly good one of these. I own a ton of Nintendo DS games because there's a ton of great Nintendo DS games out there.
Yeah.
But I never really delved into the the world of the shovelware on that thing. But I assume that like the Wii, there must be just a shitload of it.
Oh, as much as you can handle, I think.
Yeah, just given the sheer number of Nintendo DSs that are out in the wild. And I mean, this was published by IDOS, or
Ever been a portable console that was more successful?
than the DS. I think the DS is the highest selling game system of all time. If you count all the different iterations of it, anyway.
Sure, I mean, why not?
Yeah,
They all play the same games.
it's true. I don't know, there's a few Wii Shop games that you can only play on the DSi.
I mean, yeah, but not many.
No.
And only one of them is Pictobits, and the rest don't really matter.
Okay, well, that's Touch the Dead.
we got what we came for. Let's get out.
My experiment in streaming a Nintendo DS game, I guess, was a success, so I'll take that.
I mean, you could
but-
do some more Castlevania later this month. Those are kind of horror games.
Yeah, maybe I will. I don't know. Although the idea of, as long as I don't have to fight any bosses, that might be okay.
Maybe you could make the argument that Trauma Center games are horror games.
Like I said, there's those Dementium the Ward games that are supposed to be kind of not horrible, like
Oh, yeah.
horror adventure games.
Horrorful, but not horrible.
Yeah. So maybe I'll check one of those out at some point. Using the cursor, the mouse as a stylus is actually a pretty viable way to do this. Although it might be difficult in a game that mixed the two a little bit more. Although I am holding my Xbox One controller in my hand while I play this. So.
Oh, you're using that for like the D-pad stuff?
I mean, the D-pad, all the D-pad does is switch weapons, and I currently only have one weapon, so it's not doing anything, but it's just like for experimentation's sake. But I think I could use the D-pad. And the touchscreen at the same time. Man, these guys are chumps.
Once again, I get the impression that you kind of nerfed the difficulty of this game by playing with a mouse.
Maybe. Also, maybe it's more visceral if you have a stylus in your hand. You really feel like you're touching the dead. Get that texture, you know? It's all gooey and gross. Oh no, it's the thing. Reload. What? What did that do? I guess it upgraded my pistol. Oh no, they're walking sideways. Okay. Business is picking up here, guys. Oh god. So now that's like the camera is quickly panning back and forth because there's guys coming at me from two sides. I have to say I don't like this very much.
No.
Also, it would help if there was more than one enemy type. I mean, I guess I'm in a prison, so...
Fat zombies earlier.
Yeah, there was some fat zombies. I guess this prison uniform is jeans and a white t-shirt and cowboy boots and a giant belt buckle. Which, I mean, that doesn't seem regulation to me, but...
I think they planned this game around you being able to just headshot everything.
I have no idea.
Right.
Hey, look, I did it. Headshots, 90, arms, 9. Oh, I see. There was... I guess I was supposed to be trying to kill enemies in a certain way, because I got this little checklist now. It says headshots, 90 out of 40, arms, 9 out of 10, legs, 2 out of 3, belly, 0 out of 0.
Are you getting, like, some kind of bonus for that? Or?
I don't know. Game saved. Chapter 1. I guess that was just the prologue. I'm on the edge of my seat. I need to know what happens next. The zombies are all wearing the same thing I am. This is the prison uniform. Nice welcome committee. Too bad I can't stay. Oh, and then he reloads his gun. It would be nice if they gave me the checklist of things I was trying to accomplish before I started the level. I'm 100% sure that there is a fact for this game. Oh no!
Endlessly.
Oh no, they're ripping their heads off and throwing them at me. Wow. Oh, now there's a fat cop zombie.
Man, what's wrong with this, like, skin color on his face? He doesn't look like the other ones. He's too pale. Got vitamin D deficiency. This looks really repetitive.
It's, I mean, there's not a hell of a lot going on here.
Looks like the kind of thing that you could, you know, have fun with for 10 minutes at a time if you were waiting for a bus or something, but that's about it.
Yeah. I feel like there's...
It's like a smartphone game.
There are better ways to... Yeah, if this game was free on your smartphone, I still would recommend it, because there's better free games on your smartphone. As someone who's played, like, 300 hours of Hearthstone, let me tell you.
That's right.
What did I miss?
Don't play this game.
Yeah. What was that? I haven't played a lot of mobile games, but there was that game where you had the little icons of guys, and you had to like slide them around the screen and
Terra Battle.
strategically do damage. What was it called?
Terra Battle, the sequel just came out.
Oh, really? That game was dope.
I liked the concept of that game a lot. Like, I thought it was a really strong foundation, and I thought they built a really overlong and kind of boring game on top of it, but I played it forever. The sequel just came out.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Okay.
More Terra Battle action waiting for you.
Is it still free?
So far, yeah.
That was a game that I like much rather would have paid like I much rather would have played like $10 or $20 for a more streamlined experience where they really put time into the campaign instead of just like having to grind.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the problem with free-to-play games is that they just generally design them with microtransactions in mind. So like they'll make them incredibly long sometimes, but yeah, just hyper drawn out. A lot of padding.
I kind of wish that we lived in an alternate reality where the price of video games had just gone up steadily instead of plateauing at 60 and then forcing everybody to come up with new, more
DLC
obtuse and awful ways to try and recoup the increasing costs of game development. You know, like
Yeah.
there's a lot of times where I'd be, if I knew I was going to get everything and there was no fucking around, I'd be okay paying like $80 for a game and just having it.
I hear you.
Although I'm, like, the current pricing models don't bother me.
I think the fact of the matter is some games are going to be really good with what they offer you, and some are going to be total ripoffs. And even if they could adjust their prices to whatever they wanted, some games would just be a ripoff at $100 instead
True.
of a ripoff at $60.
It's true.
So, I don't know. The game's economy is really fucked up in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I know. It just, for me, it's one of the most tiresome things I hear is people constantly complaining about DLC and free-to-play stuff. Because they have to subsidize the fact that development costs go up, but the price doesn't go up, so
Yeah,
it's like...
something's got to give.
And also, we live in an era where you can buy an infinite number of games for almost nothing through Steam sales and Humble Bundles, so...
Yeah, so it's kind of petty to be worried too much about the price of the ones that you're willing to pay more for.
Yeah.
Although I will say I have spent more money on games this year than any year I can remember ever.
Oh, really?
Well, if you count hardware.
Oh, right, because you bought a Switch.
I bought a Switch and I bought a NES Classic so far, and I bought a couple of full-price games. Some of them were real clunkers, but so it goes.
You know, we should play some Splatoon 2 at some point.
We should give it another try. Yes.
I think there's another thing coming up soon.
Okay. I was thinking about this a couple days ago. I was like, I would like to try Splatoon again, but you know what would be the best would be a night when we can play some competitive, but we can also do some Salmon Run.
Mm-hmm.
I went online and I could not for the life of me figure out when Salmon Run was going to be available.
You have to Google it and then find a schedule.
I did Google
that
it and I couldn't find anything. Like people were actively updating websites with that info, a couple months ago.
Yeah,
but at this point, now that
nobody
the
doing it
game's been
anymore.
out for 2 or 3 months, no one's keeping up with it anymore.
That's a
There was a
bummer.
Twitter account for it, and it was like, time for some announcements. I'm not going to keep doing this. All right.
Nintendo fucked up so bad with that.
There are other games coming out for the Switch finally, so Splatoon kind of like fell off everyone's radar.
I still think that more people would have played that game more if you could have just like. I always wanted I just want to play with my friends. That's what I
play
want.
whatever the fuck you want, and you could make a party and play with people. And
I would have played 50 hours of that game instead of 5 if I could have done all that stuff. Because I really like the core.
5 hours so far.
I really like the core gameplay mechanic of it, but it's just. All right.
It's still a good game. It's just like I said, I'd rather be playing other games right now.
Yeah.
Like Golf Story.
Golf Story is fantastic.
Golf Story gets real good later on.
Speaking of Golf Story, I thought maybe if I played this for a little bit more, I would get to a point in this thing where something else happened. But
I don't know that there's anything else in this game. I
there
thought
has
you
to
were
be
going to quit like 10
bosses
minutes
or
ago.
another environment, right?
I mean, if you get far enough in Galstory, it kind of becomes a horror game.
I'm 20 minutes into this thing, and all I've done is walk around in these yellow hallways, shooting the same 4 zombie models over and over and over again. Also, my arm never stops animating, even when I stop walking, which is real good.
Just trying to keep your heart rate up.
Yeah, one of the mechanics is you have to find vending machines and eat Cliff Bars. That way your blood sugar doesn't drop. Oh no, look at all these zombies. Okay, I'm going to jump down this thing. I'm going to go into a different environment now. I got too many headshots again.
You're just too good, man.
Yeah.
Give them a chance. Those poor zombies. All we can do is shamble.
Now the walls are still yellow, but they got a kind of a dirty texture look to them now. Also, it says I have infinite bullets, but it looks like 2 eyes staring at me, so I guess that's pretty creepy. What the fuck? What is happening? Why am I moving so fast? What the fuck is going on? Am I on a minecart? Oh, I
Kind of
accidentally
exciting.
made the thing smaller. I'm just like blowing right past these guys.
Yeah, they're just broken or something.
I don't know. Maybe. I can't imagine this is what's supposed to happen here. Oh, I'm dead. Game over. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, it's almost like the universe is trying to tell you something.
Yeah. Oh, you can, the bonus is just, you can watch the cutscenes again. Okay, well, I'm getting out of this Ashdown hole. They transferred prisoner 1809. I'm going to transfer myself into a different video game, and probably won't be coming back to this one, I would say. But at least my Nintendo DS emulation experiment was a success, so...
Good things to come.
yeah, I give this game a big thumbs down.
You don't say.
Yeah, this game Genesis isn't any good, I'll say.
It double sucks.
Yeah. All right, that's it. Good night. Goodbye.
Is it double sweet or does it double suck? I got your new concept lined up. 2018.
Dead and Furious.